got something.
Just in case.
When my VPN is on, it's really slow. So I did a speed test really quick, and I was at like 38, 40 or so Mbps. Turned it off, and it's now 220.
Yeah.
Is that normal?
Yes.
Like, that's crazy.
Well, there's faster VPNs out there, but work ones tend to be shitty.
But I mean, we're on Zoom calls all day. Why would you not want the fastest? Why would you want a VPN that restricts my fast speed?
Because it's relying upon the equipment on their end being good enough. Like it probably could do 220 if you were the only one on it.
So you're saying once VPN's on, I'm no longer using my internet?
You are, but you're going through a tunnel. So here's your internet, and you're going through a virtual tunnel, which is thinner. And anything going through that tunnel is encrypted.
I get the joke.
Yeah.
But on a serious note, we're looking at like 3 lanes to 1 lane. We're going to be moving slower.
Yep. Okay. Start with 1, spit on a little bit, put 2 in, spit on a little bit, sometimes slap.
There was the old, I mean, when the shocker became like a big thing.
Yeah.
There was, there was the shocker, there was the spocker, and then there was, I believe, the showstop. It was the showstop.
The showstopper, yeah.
There was a rocker too in there. I think this was a
rocker. Yeah, and the rocker.
Like,
when I saw the showstopper, I was like, does Shawn Michaels do this? Like, what? He's the showstopper.
Is this for the guy with the really big taint from Mr. Show?
The 5-inch taint. That guy, by the way, fun fact, you could probably find him online. There was a show, I believe it was like Los Angeles cable access, called Colin's Sleazy Friends. And it seems like a show Mike either would know about or would like, because I believe it was all about interviewing porn stars and stuff too. And he's Colin. He was either Colin and his Sleazy Friends, or the show was Colin's Sleazy Friends. And that was the main guy.
Huh.
5-inch taint. I got a 5-inch taint.
I never heard of it.
No, it might be something. I don't know. It could be dumb. I just remember that guy's only claim to fame. He was in Mr. Show in the Hustler sketch. He played Max Packer. And he's like, I got a 5-inch taint. He was in a Seinfeld episode as like an extra, not like a speaking part extra, when Kramer was getting into horse racing, like betting, and he was trying to like get in on the action.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Colin's Sleazy Friends. His 3 things that I'm aware of. There might be 4.
I found a bunch of old episodes of Dave's Old Porn, and I was watching those. And,
nice.
Yeah.
Did you?
I'm gonna be back in a minute.
Mike should move to Van Nuys, California. That's where all the porno was done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the New York stuff was nasty.
Yeah.
When I was when I went to teach at that Illinois Media School, one of the things that I wanted to ask at the beginning was what do you want to be? Kind of like what, because it's a broadcast program, but it's very much you get what you get out, what you put into it kind of thing. So I wanted to know. And this one guy who I still talk to from time to time to this day, because he's just he's friendly and honest guy, but right up front, I want to be a porn producer. Of course, everyone in class laughs, but he's like, no, I'm serious. Like, that's why. And he goes to all like the AVN, all those shows, and he, pictures and all that. And I think he's doing something real close. I don't know if he's actually a porn producer, but I give the guy credit, because one thing they told me way back when, I didn't really care because it wasn't something I cared about anyway. But if you wanted to do something like lighting or I don't know, set design, whatever, and you took a job in the adult industry, you get blackballed, and that's all you can ever do. So that was like not like a warning, like a kids don't do drugs warning, but it was a, hey, just so you know, if you do that, you may not get a quote
But his end game was that.
His was, yeah.
Like I was going to do lighting for a Scorsese movie, but I didn't want to get blacklisted from Vivid Pictures.
Exactly. You don't want to lose it the other way around.
All right.
You would like this guy. He's got like a different sports jersey for every day of class. So he was rocking like old like Astros jerseys and shit. So.
Oh, those are obnoxious though.
Okay, yeah, it was more of an because he wants a rise out of people.
Right. He wants something to set himself apart.
Yeah, agreed.
I should have gone to that porn convention that was next to the tattoo one just to see what it entails.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of like. I honestly think a porn convention, for the most part, is exactly what like a Comic-Con would be.
Yeah,
except,
like autographs and shit.
Yeah, except the people that are doing selfies are porn. Like it's. I don't imagine it's.
I think it would be identical to a wrestling convention.
Yeah, wrestling. Like, I will say this. There's probably going to be like very, very minimal sex acts going on, but just enough to get a little rise out of the crowd. You know, like two girls slapping each other on the butt, the crowd in line cheers for them. Then we move on and we all spend $70 for a photo. Like, right. I don't see it being anything more than that. Like you said, Xtreme, a wrestling convention.
Like I wonder if you see more nudity at the tattoo convention, because there is full frontal nudity at the tattoo convention.
Could be. Mike, have you ever been to a porn con?
Not recently.
Okay, but you have in the past?
Yeah. Like
it's just photo ops and autographs, right? There's nothing special that happens.
No, and awards.
Awards, okay.
One of my biggest regrets is in '88, a friend of mine really wanted to go to the XCO shows. Back then you could just go to Vegas and just go.
Oh.
You know, the X-rated I forgot what the magazine was. But yeah, and it was like back then you could go. Now it's invite only because all that shit. But I was like, oh man, I missed out on an opportunity.
Yeah, I think the one that was at Rosemont was basically a fan convention.
That was Exoticon, and that friend of mine has gone to that. I've never gone because it's just, and everything's going to cost you way too much, and I don't care about any of that. So
it'll be all the newer actresses. You don't want to see that. I want to see old school.
Yeah.
I want to see
Is that
Ginger
like
Lynn.
Exoticon with like 3 X's?
3 X's, yeah.
I think I've seen the billboards.
I would go and I would bring my CD-ROM copy of Wing Commander 3 to get Ginger Lynn to autograph that.
There used to also be this convention called Nudes a Poppin', and it was at some resort off of Route 30, just over the border in Indiana. And
there's a resort in Indiana?
Yes, it is. Well, I don't know if it's still open or not, but it's what you would see in the 60s and 70s that kind of turned into this sort of nudist kind of thing. And
I think I saw a documentary about that.
Yeah.
Now that you're describing it, that sounds really familiar.
Yeah, because we used to always like Hustler would do like an on the site thing, and we didn't realize that it was that close to us. You know,
I could actually be there.
You could go.
Although I
like
bet
14.
at the fan ones you do see a lot of the old school actors, like your Barbara Dares, your Christy Canyons. I'd be more interested in that because I bet they have better stories than that.
Of course.
Oh,
Biran, did you have any like adult CD-ROMs?
No, I didn't get a computer until after college.
Yeah, my one of my old friends, he's actually friends with Bobby for a long time. He gives me this, like we're at his house playing some game, whatever. And he's like, "Let me give you these." Like he's like, so I don't know, 8 years older than me. It's like a stack, and I'm like, "What's this?" Like, "Don't need them anymore. I'm getting married." You know, like, and I didn't even know what it was because a lot of them are like just copies. I put one in. They were like virtual things, but obviously so bad because we're talking like 1995, you know. Mm-hmm. And so I put it in my Packard Bell 486. You know, it's firing up, and it's all pixelated. And you basically pick like, let's go with Cowgirl 1, boom, and then like, and then it's the worst thing ever. But hey, it did the trick.
I remember Vivid had the DVDs that were supposed to be interactive.
Yeah, so you could do alternate angles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the DVD, like when you're watching it, like instead of a menu, could you like pick, like choose your own adventure?
Like the menu itself was a little bit of a choose your own adventure. You went down different hallways into like this dungeon thing, but then the the alternate camera angles was the cool thing. Like you just hit a button while doing it. Switch.
It's like if you don't want to see sweaty guy face, you can say, no, show me the cooch.
Wow.
Or the
I wonder
balls,
if there's
hanging balls slapping on the butt.
I wonder if there's like a clearance bin with only like balls. You know what I mean? Like ball ass shots.
Oops, all balls.
Right. Yeah. Oops, all balls. And it's like $2.99, and you get like the only those, like it's like the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
The ones that are $30. And you get only oops, all balls.
Here's a 6-hour compilation of Peter North's sweaty guy face.
Yeah. I think, would you, if you watched enough of them, I mean, could you get into it? Would you become a connoisseur then at that point?
I would think you just get numb to it where it wouldn't make you go soft anymore.
I can tell you that I watched enough of them in the 80s, and there were far less of them, that we were able to determine, like, oh, they filmed these 4 movies at the same time, because we were recognizing locations, and usually 2 of the 5 people were always the same, and sometimes even the outfits were the same.
Did you recognize it based on the guy's butthole?
No, just like the bedroom, like the lamp in the bedroom was the same lamp that was also in this other movie.
Yeah, like the continuity and all that.
Oh yeah, yeah, and there were a couple of, like, they used to film them back when they were on film, in a couple of these houses that were very distinct, and I could recognize them.
Were you like looking at the shelf again, like it's like, they got that copy of War and Peace. I don't think anyone's reading that in there, but it's in the background every time.
Like you would be in Hollywood selling maps to the porno stars' homes, but it wouldn't be their homes; it'd be the homes they shot porns in.
And may I recommend, instead of stars on the map, use maybe a starfish of some sort on the map.
So when I like the current big stars now, how are they making money? Who's actually legit buying
probably,
stuff?
I mean, I would imagine it's maybe a cut of the ad revenue on the sites they're on.
Or, they get paid up front, and a lot of them have OnlyFans now too. So
yeah, well, and it used to be they would do tours of the whorehouses in Nevada, and you could actually have sex with them.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of like escorts in Nevada and Florida,
like the Bunny Ranch.
Yeah, they'll have like special guest appearances by your favorite porn star. It has to cost a fortune.
And they used to dance too, so that's where they always said in the interviews that's where they made the most money, was dancing. So
yeah, they would feature it at like strip clubs and stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I would imagine, like Mike said with OnlyFans, that's much like we're in an influencer society now. If you get a bunch of views from Pornhub or whatever, and you become a name, and maybe like you put your, I don't know,
OnlyFans on there, yeah.
I mean, you could. It's almost like a reverse thing, kind of. I'm sure there's thousands that never amount to anything financially, but I'm sure it's like you're betting on yourself. You're like, well, I'm gonna do some of these, whatever. Maybe I'll get a couple $100, and I hope I get
translate
fans.
that. Yeah, like because they even have like on the sites of their official site within it where it has all their my fan stuff in there, and they're like, you know what? Instead of trying to stop it from being pirated constantly, like, because there'll be full-length movies on there that they didn't approve of, they'll just say, fuck it, I can't stop it.
What's weird is obviously OnlyFans is really popular now, and it's kind of like, I'm assuming not for our generation so much, but to learn, because I want to educate myself. I went to the site, and then I go to search, and you can't really find anything. Like, you almost just have to know that someone's on
elsewhere.
there,
yeah,
and not only know that someone's on there, but know what to expect. Because it seems to me, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, and tell us in the comments if this is recorded, that if you pay like whatever $15 a month, you're going to get charged for the first month. Then you go, oh, they're not even naked,
right?
And then you go to cancel, they've already got your money, right?
Yeah. But they would rather they got to entice you a little bit to keep you sub.
But I'm just saying, I'm not saying show me nudity without paying,
right?
But tell me what I'm
getting for my money.
Tell me what I'm getting. That's all. Just it didn't seem like that to me. First off, I couldn't find anybody. Like I was like searching like female wrestlers and stuff, names I would know, and I didn't find anybody I knew. It's just all people that are. I mean, some people know them because they have thousands and thousands
Yes.
of followers, but nobody that names that we would recognize.
Like, I wonder how many are Twitch thoughts.
Oh yeah, Twitch. I'm
Yeah.
sure. It's one of those things. Like with a lot of things that we encounter, it's like I want to see what the hype is about, and then even after I check it, I go, I don't get it. Still,
Yeah.
This is another one of those things. So I don't know. I guess Twitch. You're right. If you watch a girl on Twitch all the time and you want to see more, whatever more is however that's defined, that's probably where you would go for that.
Or there was the Dr. Phil, the Cash Me Outside girl.
Oh, is she on there too?
She did it, and she made something like $6 million her first day.
Wow. See, I'd like to see Dr. Phil on OnlyFans.
Yeah. Hey, if I'm giving you $15 a month, I don't care who you are. I better see you naked.
Yeah. What you need to do, you need to get out of that situation. You need to walk away.
So, like, we look down on Cash Me Outside girl, but she won.
Yeah.
She won the game.
She won.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
it was the day she turned 18. She went on my
She has an album too, I think, right?
Does she? No, why not?
I think. Yeah, Xtreme knows.
Yeah, he's got it.
He's the closest to that generation that we have right now. He's our link. Also, because of your son too, Xtreme. So you get like just combined knowledge, because we just only know what we think we know. You get actual.
You have someone you could ask.
Right. Well, I mean, that's a little forward. Son, do you have an OnlyFans? He's like, just for viewing, Dad. What are you asking?
What is that, Dad?
Yeah. Now, maybe like,
Alex, what is my fans? Explain it to me. OnlyFans.
No, it's not OnlyFans. It's Pollo Fans. It's only.
It's him dressed up as a chicken in various poses.
It's only, you have to like show your Super Show membership card.
Yeah. And it fits in with the show your hand gimmick, so you know.
It definitely does. Yeah. Show your hand. I'll never forget one game, and Alex kept asking to see Brian's hand.
Yeah.
You were getting so mad. You're like, you didn't grab any new cards, so it's the same hand. He's like, I still want to see it. And you were like,
I remember that too.
We're so mad at him. Like, you're like, no. I'm like, technically, he has a right to see it, but you were getting so mad at that. Oh, good times.
It made me come up with my whole gimmick.
Yeah.
That gimmick.
Yeah. All right, are we ready to begin? Was that a best of? Is that something or no?
Zlurpcast talks porn.
Yeah.
Are you okay with it?
OnlyFans. What is it?
Yeah, I don't care.
All right, cool. I mean, it's more work on you. That's why I asked.